This is Daf Yomi Yerushalmi in the article Oz V'Hara edition 1 Daf Nun Gimel Amud Aleph. We got to the third line. Rabbi Yossi Hadam Mara in the Vilna. Looks like I'll find my base. Yep, I'll find my base. In the Gemara after the Mishnah Halacha Zayin. Rabbi Yossi. Actually, it's easy to count lines at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lines to the bottom. Rabbi Yossi. Yossi said, Hadam Mara. The essay distinction made between brachos and kilayim. Teach us esrog. Abi shato omelo bari prates and esrog. Even though you say bari prates on an esrog, nevertheless, at Omar al Tmura Shalo bari mini d'shleim. We say on the tmuros, which are the buds of it, bari mini d'shleim. And yesterday we also said the schiluk between parts of a tree, where you say the parts of the tree in which you say eights and the parts in which you say bari mini d'shleim, which might as well be bari priyadama. So an esrog has evidently these two types of growths on it, the fruit and the these buds. What does he say here? Ke'ein tmarim hagdelim ben alei esrog. Some say that's one interpretation. The marafulda, little berries. Some say they're the shoots, and they're called tamaras because they are, when they're soft, they sprout up. So they shoot up. That's a Rash Cirilio. Okay, so that's that. I don't show why I don't reference the cape. Well, we do actually. Never mind. I was about to say. Let's scratch that. At Slav. So at Slav and brachas, we learn has all sorts of parts in which you make different brachas. At Slav, Yerushalmi Kilayim b'kerem. Yerushalmi says it's Kilayim in a kerem, and the instead of Eino Kilayim Yisroim, the Mechal Amayim and the Reb Chaim, from the Bavli, both say it should be Ubizroim. It's also Kilayim in Zroim as well. So it has the fact that it has, even though the caper is like a fruit tree, right? Therefore, it shouldn't answer the karen because it has also elements of seeds, and that's why brachas Zuma is having all sorts of different brachas make on different parts of capers. So therefore, it would have the halacha of Kilayim by karen and by Zroim as well. Betzomim ain't no claim low kerem low is right. So this is new. It's not a kilayim, neither kerem nor is right, because even though different parts we make different brachas, beikar it's a tree. So it's beikar a tree, so therefore it's not going to be kilayim. Hakoma monishu chaya be'orla. Everybody agrees that caper is enough of a fruit tree to be chayim in orla. Tanya chiyar papa eshu oila mikizo min ilon. Whatever grows from its trunk is considered to be a type of tree. In other words, anything which the fruit grows up and grows on a trunk, that is a type of tree. Mishloshav, if the fruit grows from its roots, not on a trunk, at least not on a permanent trunk, because bananas grow on trunks, but they grow on different trunks every year, so then it is a type of vegetable. Hey, Sivun, they asked the question, Hare kruv, hare oilam gizo, cabbage grows up from a trunk. I don't know if I've ever actually seen a cabbage, but cabbage goes up from the tree. Cabbage grows. Cabbage goes up from the trunk, and yes, it's considered to be a vegetable. So what I said, let me just check there. The article says the cabbage has a trunk which is not made out of wood, from which the leaves come out. So they said that. So they said no. When you have a doubt, you look at where it goes from the trunk or from the roots. But cabbage, there's no doubt. And he brings down here in the article from the Chaznish, it's possible because the tzura of a kruv is not, the form of kruv of a cabbage is not at all like the form of a fruit. Okay. Hashmal kerem shel new parak. Ezu oris. What's going to be oris? Hanotea shusha chamesh kafanim. We had this earlier in the Masechta. According to Beis Hillel holds that cameras only Stein connect Stein back to the Yotzi Zorav. But Hanotea shusha chamesh kafanim. If you plant a row of 5 vines beside a god, they're next to a fence. You go v'asor tvachim. With 10 tvachim high, with side a chritz or next to a trench. So a makasora, which is 10 tvachim low, beneath the ground. V'rachav arba and 4 tvachim wide. Nosa avadosa arba amos. So 6 tvachim is not enough, which is normally the case of if it's not a kerem. But it has to be 4 amos because even though there's because it's next to this wall, it has the status of a kerem. And let's show you the picture over here. Let's look over your days. Right. Oops. Sorry, I had the wrong switch here. Okay, picture Kufyud base. You have the fence. You have the 5 vines. And you mark 4 amos from them. Okay. Yerushalmi modim arba amos ikar kfanim b'lasada. You measure the 4 amos from the 4 kfanim. 4 amos from the kfanim towards the field. Modim arba ikar kfanim b'lasada. Mira gorev b'lasada. By the way, I should show you this too. This is according to the Rash, says Reb Chaim. That's according to the Rambam. According to the Rambam, you measure 4 amos this way. When you measure this way, you don't measure 4 amos in the fence, which would be the implication over here, although it's not talking about this fence side. But you measure 4 amos from the kfanim and encompass the fence. So the Beis Shammai says again, the diamonds make a kfanim l'soda, according to Rash or according to Ram, depending on which way you learn. And B'sum mina gorev l'soda, we still say mina gorev l'soda means that from the fence towards the field, which should seem to mean that when you're going this direction, down, measure 4 amos from the fence down towards the field. Even though Chaim doesn't have a picture of that. But he does explain that Beis Hillel holds that since the kfanim are made a kerem through the god there, you don't have to be marking dot amos from the kfanim themselves, but from the fence. So obviously once you get past the grapevines themselves, you need less than 4 amos. That's going to the Rash and all the Rishonim. But the Rambam has a different shita, which you just saw, that the kfanim are next to the fence on one side. You should not plant behind the fence, because since the kfanim are next to it, therefore the fence is as if it's not there. You're not allowed to plant immediately after the fence, but you have to plant 4 amos away from the kfanim. According to this, Beis Shammai is more making the Beis Hillel. Because according to Beis Hillel, you have to be marking from the fence on that side 4 amos, and according to Beis Shammai, it's enough to be marking from the kfanim 4 amos, and there's be less than 4 amos from the fence to where you are planting. Okay, it's according to Rambam. Beis Shammai is Mako because they say you can start from here. Beis Hillel is going to start. You say you have to start from the fence. According to the Rash, Beis Hillel is Mako because here you can start from the fence going this way, even down this way. Okay. Everybody says this is wrong. Go there. If you have 4 amos from the kfanim, where the row of kfanim, so go there. No avodah, so you give it its avodah. Meaning 4 amos or more. Thus avodah gave before 6 tvachim distance with the rest of moisar, and we plant the rest. Kami avodah is a gefen. She should tvachim b'chol ruach. That place again, as we said many times, is 6 tvachim no size. Our kimo mer shlosha suffices. The kasha daita Beis Shammai. It's similar to Beis Shammai's opinion. But lokach eno osim shum kerem. is it not also anyway on account of a kerem? Uh, Meaning, according to Shammai, 5 kvanim in themselves are kerem. What do you need to go there for? To go to superfluous. 5 kvanim are kerem. We talked about that, right? One row. You don't need to next time. That's his son. So, so, what's about an oris hamukam? In other words, echanami. In a row, that would be the case. You wouldn't need to go there, but talking about here where it zigzags. And therefore, you have to come on to the connection with the fence in order to make it a proper care. The Rasfiel and the Grach take out the next words. In baris sam ukam shanu below gather en osim shum kerem. They take that out. And we continue with Rabbi Yonah Boy. Yonah asked, Mao li zora ben osayim. What are you allowed to plant in the interim? So Gemara asks Bitmiya. It says, I can't remember what I wrote here. Let's see what it actually says in the Gemara of Chaim, because I can't read what I wrote inside my Gemara here. Okay. Ma'azah ben Asayim. So he says, what I did here is, I did something wrong here. That's why, because I put it in parentheses, it shouldn't be there. You say, Bim Chometzain. Bat Omar Mutar Lizor ben Asayim. They are, since you gave a din oris to the oris amukam, so it's no longer, it's considered to be a karen. So you could have cleared the question, Ben Osayim, it was didn't give a status of karen, but you gave it a diet status if it's mechumanos. So how can you possibly plant among them? Okay, so Mali Zora Ben Hakfanim. Asked, well, what about to plant is really I smudged this picture. I'm not sure exactly why, but okay, fine. What about planting over here? It's very hard to see because I smudged it. Over here, there's a little line. That's the line over there. I don't know why I put those smudges. With a little line, and over there's a little line. That's, in other words, okay, fine, so Karen, but what about planting in between the lines? Right? And if you said rowing, and look, these two is this down here. So then they would be far enough. But now they're not necessarily far enough because they're part of a triangle here. So what about over there? Is that considered to be a place you can plant or not? So just like we say by gourds, that it's usher. Usher ben agumos. Now to plant between the holes. Avhacha usher lizara bin ben akfanim. So here too, you're not allowed to plant between the kfanim either. I think the reference here is a picture of Kufta Vine, but let me just check that out. So this Takwa Yasser. You know how to plant any of these places. It's like Muksha. All those straight lines, you can't plant them. Okay. Rabbi Yochanan Amar says, "Orisam chuvan shanu." No, we're really talking about oris where it's straight, 5 vines in a row. So that's why Orisam chuvan shanu below God. I know some shum keren. What do you mean? It's still awesome shum keren. So then we begin Beis Hillel Tanisa. So maybe it's called our issue is going to be the question is according to Beis Hillel, right? Well, actually, no. Our Mishnah perhaps it's going to take us to teach us going to Beis Hillel. Sorry, maybe Shama, maybe really talk about Orisim Mechuban. And it's Taka would be according to Beis Shammai, it's a kerem without that. But maybe our Mishnah is going to tell us that even according to Beis Hillel, once there's a fence, so it becomes 1 kerem. But it becomes a kerem even though it's only 1 row of 5 kafanim. Anyway, on Nun Daled Amud Aleph. So stop here for today.